Dokibird speaks out about Marvel Rivals teammates. Ooh, the plot thickens. Let's get it.
Okay, so it seems like recently there's been a little bit of an update with
Oh.
the whole Dokibird situation
There you
and
go.
the Marvel Rivals stuff that's been going on, because if you don't know, this has been blowing up quite a bit. Lots of people have been angry, lots of people have been mad, and it all pertains to this whole World Cup thing, where essentially Dokibird was a part of a Team Canada, which ended up having a lot of drama within it, especially surrounding one creator here.
Yeah, a little bit of a recap of what's going on here. So basically, during the tournament, like Dokibird, like with a team with Aramori, Fan, Surefor, Warren, and XQC. And during the tournament, Warren was just a Squirrel Girl one trick, and that cost them like the tournament. And it's pretty much like a back and forth between TPS, and yeah, like Warren pretty much started the drama because of of them losing the tournament. So yeah, kind of crazy, but I mean, there's nothing to expect from streamer drama.
Warren, who's an Overwatch creator who barely knows, many characters in Marvel Rivals, and wasn't very willing to switch. And obviously, after it was a little bit too late, he decided that he could switch, which I thought was pretty interesting. And that, of course, led to a lot of drama because people started blaming him, and obviously, teammates started falling out and whatever. Obviously, Aramori in that team as well fell out of him the most. I would say Fan and Dokibird were pretty quiet, right? They weren't very vocal about it whatsoever.
Yeah, good
they
for
were
them.
just trying to have fun and get along, right? And obviously the same with Surefor as well. I didn't really hear much about him. Maybe he said something, I'm not sure. I haven't really actually heard anything about his involvement. But obviously
Right, like I think like the that are vocal is just Aramori, Warren, and of course there's gotta be XQC because he's known as the debunker, but always gotta dive into any drama whatsoever and just give his takes on it. But yeah, I think XQC puts his 2 cents on it, and I guess like Fan and Surefor didn't say anything, but Dokibird just got pressured to say something because the drama reached her community. So basically, this is pretty much the video is all about of her statement.
He as well was getting involved a little bit. Obviously, he was trying to vouch for him within the game, but we also saw a clip later on where he said, well, it's kind of cooked. It's either do we want to be like, badly cooked, or do we want to be mega badly cooked? And he chose the option where it wasn't as bad. So yeah, of course, that is one of the kind of things. But Dokibird has actually talked about this again over on her stream. This is obviously from the Worst Clip Ever. Go and follow them. Not actually the Worst Clip Ever. They're a good clip ever, but obviously that's their name. So yeah, let's take a look at this, and obviously we'll talk about it as the video goes through.
I do want to say I'm appreciative that my rivals did invite me to participate. I don't know if I'll get another chance again to participate in the World Cup like this. This was my first time. But if I do have another chance, I hope I can redeem myself for next year's World Cup if they host it again. And we just didn't have. I feel like our synergy as a team, like everyone's a good player individually. It's just synergy as a team just wasn't it, and that's like not on us individually. It's just sometimes that happens, and I don't want to blame anyone. I think we all made mistakes during, like I made.
Yeah. Well, at the same time, like I could like add a little bit of lore, or I could add like a little bit of something that I learned from my tournament as well. Yeah, like there like in the tournament, there's gotta be a lot of players, especially that. When they actually like form up a team with you, like your team has good players as well, but the main focus of the team is having synergy. Whether let's say for example, like if you got teammates on support, make sure that there's a tempo between pushing and also falling back to get you healed. Like for me, like I play as tank, so I pretty much have to readjust my tempo when it comes to pushing and also for falling back, just for getting myself healed without actually just full on commit and just die at the enemy's backline. So there's always gonna be synergy, because synergy is important to be able to get you places within the tournament, or else you're just playing alone and your team just keeps blaming you for feeding.
And I think that is true. I think that essentially, you know, Dokibird saying like, is there going to be another, you know, World Cup or whatever? You know, she would like to be invited again, and hopefully she can make up for things next time, because of course, you know, rivals and netties are probably looking at, you know, the drama that went down, and probably they're going to want to avoid that again. And it would suck if Dokibird ended up being under that kind of, you know, I guess like list of people, right, that they won't invite next time, because obviously she was a part of Team Canada despite not actually doing anything herself. So I hope that, you know, netties can actually, you know, see the difference between some of the people involved in the event, and how much they were involved in this entire drama, because Dokibird wasn't really involved at all. She got name dropped a couple of times, which obviously she just like kind of defended herself. I was like, well, why are we mentioning me? But that was about it. That was really the extent of, you know, how much she was involved. A lot of it just came from mainly Warren and some other people that were obviously arguing with him in there. So again, I do think, yeah, it would be a shame if, you know, Marvel Rivals were to like kick her out essentially, you know, for this, because she's done nothing wrong.
Mistakes. Everyone made mistakes during that game, and we had to have last minute dropouts and stuff too. So so it's like, you know, it's not really anyone's full fault. It's like everyone's individual, everyone together as a team. We like, you know, we lost as a team. We are, and in the end, and we all, you know, we all tried to our best ability. I will say, like, I did throw one of the games, like, because I was just not. Everything was just throwing me off in general. So I did throw during one of those games. But it was just because I just wasn't in the right mindset to play.
Yeah.
That's fair enough, right? I don't think, like, you know, of course it's a very, you know, popular tournament. It's got $300,000 on the line, but not everybody can have a good game, right? And that's fine, right?
True.
It's not like she's intentionally throwing. If she intentionally threw, then yeah, sure, people could have a problem with that. But sometimes, you know, yeah, you're just not feeling it.
And at the same time, like, right, another tidbit. Yeah, like for me, like it's pretty much like first time joining a tournament. Like my first match ever, like it gave me major anxiety. Like that major anxiety cost me the first match and my team's match, because it, like, during the first match, like, most of us are just anxious. Most of us are just scared. Most of us are just pure, like, we're just tweaking, full of anxiety, because, like, we never know what to expect. And with that, we just pretty much threw off our first match. That, like, for like me being tank, like I lost my sense of rhythm, and my supports, like they lost like sense of like rhythm as well when it comes to like heals, and also for like mobilities, like abilities, and also to hold off against a push from the enemy team, and especially with our DPS who cannot land their shots. Yeah, like with also with the when it comes like to the right mindset as well. But it's very different when it comes to like tournaments versus whether you're gonna like queue in for a quick play or when you queue in for a competitive play. And it's pretty much different. Yeah, it's very different. But when it comes to like the second and third match, yeah, we slowly build up our mindset and synergy. But yeah,
as much, and you can't really do anything about it. You're there at the event, you're there, you know, you turned up, but it just kind of happens, right? So yeah, I understand that.
Yeah, I do think like I think it got better during the last map when we all just like fucked around and actually try to have fun and just and just like, you know, just mess around like that. You know, that helped a lot. But I think, like, you know, we all tried our best in a way, like, with what we have, with what we got. Yeah. Thousand, give us a 5 gift ships. Thank you. We all tried our best with what we got. Yeah.
Yeah, and the way that, like, Dokibird's phrasing it is the fact that, like, apparently they didn't have some people on there. There was some last-minute team changes. I'm pretty sure Warren was actually a last-minute team change.
Ooh.
if I recall correctly. So yeah, obviously it wasn't the team that maybe they were expecting,
So
or
Warren
wasn't as
just a
good as
fill-in.
they were expecting. So that could have also been an issue as well. So yeah.
Yeah, and don't send hate to any of my teammates. I should have said that earlier. Like, it is what it is. I know, like, I know I said some stuff with Aramori because like, it just caught me off guard. But she was also like really frustrated and angry. Like I don't know if you guys know this, but she hasn't been like having good luck with creative tournaments, and this was like her one time like where she could potentially break her streak. So so that's understandable that she got really frustrated. But yeah, it just, she shot everyone, not just me.
Jesus.
Yeah. I mean, I've lost some, I've won some. I've just learned to roll with the punches because in the beginning I'm always getting like super depressed about it. But like I've won tournaments, I've won tournaments. I haven't lost every tournament I've done. But I've learned to, like, you would eventually win something or not be like last place. And like I've had those moments.
And yeah, I think that, obviously there was that entire thing with Aramori. She obviously was quite frustrated with things as well. And that ended up kind of, going over to the whole Warren stuff. If you remember, whenever Warren was, making those comments about, for example, like Fan and Dokibird and all of this other kind of stuff that he was saying, obviously Aramori was one of the people that obviously, kind of hit back over on Twitter and stuff like that, because...
Yeah, and at the same time, like, I do get why, like, Aramori's, like, gets major frustrated, because, like, of course, this is a $300,000 tournament, which is, you have to compete with other teams from other countries, and especially when, like, you come to it will come to realize that, like some of the teammates, as I said before, like Warren, I guess like Warren is a fill-in because they pretty much lack like creators to fill in Team Canada. But yeah, I do understand it, because like when it comes to, like, there's money on the line, it's gonna be like the temperature, the vibes would also heighten, because everyone would, like, be competitive, because there's gonna be like a prize pool, or like cash reward if they try hard enough. But yeah, it's pretty much like they major difference from, like, quick play and competitive versus like a tournament with cash prize on the line.
She was pretty angry about it, and obviously that explains a little bit further as to why she was frustrated about it. Apparently she's had bad luck with tournaments, which obviously sucks, but again, it seems like she was taking it out on like most of the team, not just like one individual person. Now, maybe that's not exactly the best mindset to have, I'll be honest, but again, I can understand it. It will be quite frustrating. So yeah, I mean, and Dokibird also being the kind of bigger person there, right? You guys remember Warren obviously going on to stream and saying, oh, me and XQC, we've won tournaments before, but we've got Fan and Dokibird, and I forgot who else was there, and Aramori. Yeah, Fan, Dokibird, and Aramori. Oh, they were all they were all on the team this time, and they were in the teams last time. So I wonder who's the issue here, kind of thing. And kind of alluding to the fact that essentially the women on the team were the ones that were making them lose, which obviously is crazy considering how good Dokibird is. And, I think that, it's insane to be making those comments, especially whenever Dokibird and Fan.
All right, I think, all right, I'm just gonna give my 2 cents on this, because like the woman, like the women's statement, I don't know, like, it's kind of crazy, but it doesn't go far, I guess. But all right, I think it's because that like like Dokibird is good. Like, I can guarantee that Dokibird is good, like, playing like with any hero, especially on a DPS roster, right? But I guess if I could pinpoint something, I could pinpoint the like how passive the communication is. I'm like, this is what I mean, right? So when it comes to like training, when it comes to like calling or call outs, or pretty much like having a team talk or team, like prepping the team, I think there's always gotta be like passiveness between like male and female. Like it's because like when it comes to like different genders, it's always gonna be like different vibes, And in the scene of a tournament, there's always gotta be like a different vibes between like the men and women. So like the default of it is just passive, because all right, because I know this, because every time I group up like between like men and women, there's always gonna be this like a ratio within the group or a team, so between like the communications and call outs between men and women, it's always gonna be passive, where like men needs to tone down so that they won't like they won't like overtalk the women, and the women as well, like they need to be careful what they say, because like I don't know, like it might provoke the men as well. So like both sides like defaults to passive, and that's like passive could lead to wait, are they serious, or are they gonna push, or are they gonna are they gonna sustain, or are they gonna like hold? So yeah, it's basically part of communication where sometimes like passive, it's kind of detrimental to the whole team communication.
In particular, hadn't said anything to him, right? It's just really unnecessary to say, and obviously it's going to send a lot of hate over to them as well if you say stuff like that. So yeah, it's just kind of like a what do you say fuck me for kind of situation, which yeah, obviously that's how Dokibird kind of got involved in this in the first place, because yeah, he just randomly dropped that on them, which I thought was crazy.
Akko, thank you for the 10 gifted ships. Thank you. So, like, she shot everyone, not just me. Like, she fucking shot at Surefour, and he was just like, why are you shooting me for? Even usually Surefour wouldn't say anything, but even he was like, what the fuck? Like, the verb, thank you for the 5 gifted ships. Thank you. I was like, yeah, I was just like, I was like, why did she shoot Surefour? Bro, he's getting all the kills. Like, he's just like, I don't think it was, guys. I just got 9 final hits, guys.
Tough.
Yeah, I do think as well, it's kind of like the dynamic of the team wasn't so great as well. It wasn't just Warren, by the way. It seems like, of course, yeah, as she talks about, Aramori was, taking shots at people, which obviously doesn't help with the mood. And again, like whether you mean it or not, whether you mean to be malicious or not, it's one of those things where it will bring down the mood regardless. So that's probably another reason as to why it felt, so bad at the time.
Random. Yeah. Why you say fuck me for? I think she was just really frustrated with everything, which, makes sense with it. Yeah, everyone, yeah, we just all got hit with the blast range, too.
Damn.
Yeah, so, like, it happens. It happens. It comes and goes. Like, she'll get a win eventually. You can't lose every tournament. Like that was me at one point when I first started doing tournaments. I never was like at the top for tournaments. Like I've always like at the bottom or middle. I was never like top 5 or something. And then eventually I started winning. I've hit a stride of wins. And it just takes just get there. And I got used to it. Like losses don't fucking matter to me anymore. Yeah, Zeka, thank you for get the ships. Thank you.
So yeah, I think that kind of explains like most of the clip as to why things were so frustrating within the actual Canada team, what was kind of going on, what kind of spurred on a lot of this kind of toxicity, as well as obviously we've gone on about how much Warren has been an issue after the tournament itself, posting those posts about Dokibird and whatever. And it's just like kind of stupid, right? But there was also, yeah, that kind of toxicity and whatever, which was coming from people like Aramori, which, you know, of course she was frustrated with not winning in a while, and obviously that is understandable, but also at the same time, if you're trying to win a tournament.
Yeah, all right. Here's an advice for people who are actually like joining for tournaments or interested in joining in tournaments. Winning doesn't matter at all. Like, yeah, winning is good, and also winning would get you like a lot of money. But when you are a creator or when you're a streamer or like either as well, like sometimes like winning the tournament doesn't always gonna be like the case at all. It like put in your mind that winning isn't like the only thing, because being part of that tournament is more than enough, because it will grant you more exposure than ever, because like in a grand stage, like every viewer, like a lot of viewers from different communities would watch the tournament, and you just gonna, you know, like you just gonna perform, you know, you're just gonna like pop off, you're gonna do some crazy strats with your team, or you just gonna like say the most sickest like slander, or I don't know, like not more like not actually slander, but like, you know, like the usual trash talk, you know. So it'll become like more memorable, and at the same time, like just keep joining on tournaments as well, because if you become like a regular in the tournament scene or the competitive scene, everyone will like know you as, oh, you joined the previous tournament and the previous tournament. I think we can get along well, and that will give you a lot of connection to other creators as well. So that is a plus. It's like, imagine this, it's pretty much like a meetup, you know, like you get to meet up with other creators, you get to meet up with other streamers as well, and that's pretty much like the like you just hit the gold mine, you know, because like you can leech, yeah, you can introduce yourself to the community, and you never know that some viewers from that community could watch you or could consume your content. So it is a win-win. And you know, like if you do actually win the tournament, yeah, you get more bragging rights and also cash prize as well. So like if you think that you don't have the skills, like it doesn't, like sometimes like it doesn't always have to be on skill, like on skill based. Like you can be decent at some heroes, but like at the end of the day, like it's like you already get like exposure, connections, and also like having to talk with other people as well, so you can have more friends. Yeah, which is the hard challenge of like being on the internet these days, having friends.
And whatever,
Yeah.
you know, there's only so much that other people can take before, you know, you start getting into a toxic lobby, right? And that's kind of what happened. Now, of course, you know, some people, you know, kept it all good and nice and whatever, but again, I think it is just one of those things, but it's unfortunate, and there's a mixing pot of a bunch of different things, right? And I think Dokibird actually explains it quite well, to kind of give us a little bit of a, you know, just give us the truth, I guess, behind what was actually going on throughout this tournament, right? So yeah, I mean, that's essentially all there is for this situation. If you guys did enjoy it, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. Also, go to GameStop, use my code Kazo, get 10% off. Again, they've got a ton of really cool stuff over there. Definitely recommend checking it out. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. That's all. See ya.
Yeah, great video. Oh shit, it's me again. Well, anyway, yeah. Good thing that, you know, like the majority of the team is just neutral, and you know, like it's only like 2 people are talking. So yeah, hopefully like the drama dies down, because at this point it's been dragging long enough.